Hello everyone, I'm Duke James. This is Portugal. Looks like my conquistador died. Grab another one. I'm gonna name him Mark Amazon, because he's exploring the Amazon. Shout out to Mark in the Amazon. Hunt for the 7 cities, Mark. Because Brazil is not colonizing, I want them to colonize. Obviously, the earlier they colonize, the more of this massive area of territory will be part of their country, and the better off, hopefully, their country will be in the long term. So, they currently have as ideas admin, aristocracy, trade, naval, and economic. They're supposed to have colonists or a way to colonize, so they don't have to do the idea groups to colonize, but what I'm going to go ahead and do is tag into Brazil and then force them to colonize. So colonial nations tags are C and then 00 to C99. So there's C01 because Portuguese Haiti should be 00. Alright, and we are technically in Brazil. Not officially, though. So they don't have colonists. Which must be why they lost that colony that they're doing. They got a free colony from something? Free colonist, and they lost it. Did economic... They have naval ideas. Like exploration actually doesn't show up for evangelical, mercantilism, free trade, espionage, diplomacy, culture, bureaucracy, empire, humanist, civic, religious, scholastic. Might be because they're not independent. I'm gonna dump this. If I have to, I'll just refund it. Just give them back the points to get. Yeah. Okay. But you know what? Instead of doing that, I'm probably not going to take economics, so... Pick an idea group for them to do. Alright, so I tested it. I actually wanted to see if Brazil going independent would open access to the colonization idea groups, which I imagine it would. So I switched back into Portugal, and then I released Brazil through this screen, and then it crashed the game. So I don't know what that bodes for the future, but hopefully it doesn't automatically crash the game when I try to free Brazil and jump into them. So I reloaded an old save, and they still have economic ideas. If I'm not going to give them an idea group that gives them a colonist, they can just keep economic ideas, then I'll just accept that they've chosen that. It is the will of my colony for them to have economic. So that's good then. I attacked Telangana using a Holy War CB. I was originally going to take this province, and then I was going to release Golconda, because Golconda owns a lot of territory here. But I think I might just take this territory. Telangana is Hindu, so looking at a map mode, there's one specific map mode that I want to look at, which is trade map mode. It is exotic good production. There's not that many provinces in India that produce exotic goods, but the provinces down here along the coast here, and then there are a couple provinces in Ceylon produce a ton of spices. There's a province right here, which I assume is Cochin. Unless Cochin is over here. It's one of those provinces that is just green. So I think that is the province that produces the most spices in the world. So, yeah, I don't really want to take that many provinces up here. Because while they have a lot of population, the provinces that produce spices are down here, so... might just take this province to have it. The good news is that Madurai is Hindu. But this is a 28 development province. These provinces down here are actually pretty hefty development, so... I think I might just want to save all of my aggressive expansion in this area to take these provinces. Can't actually take them right now because of the colonial range. These provinces are too far, so Madurai is Tech 17. I'm going to send a couple expeditions over here to try to grab one of the... well, this province is 37 development, so I'm probably not going to grab that one. That one's 40. Might be able to grab this province. If I don't get that through an expedition a couple times, then I'll just get a spy network, do a claim on that, and then fight them that way. Then I'll just snake my way down. Because... yeah, these provinces seem to be pretty high development, so the chances of me getting them from an expedition are not that great. Now, I believe there's also an uncolonized province next to the Maldives. So I could explore this area and see. I'll take off the ship from over here. Because that has range. That has good range, so I'll have them explore the Indian Sea and then try to either... well, I'm not going to be able to colonize that province, but send an expedition there. I think that's better than trying to get one of Madurai or the other powers' provinces, since they're so high development. Generally, you can't take really high development provinces. Expeditions. I have a spy network going, but they're at, they're ticking down. Hano, the white elephant. Hano was the pet white elephant given by King Manuel I of Portugal to Pope Leo X at his coronation. Hano, actually an Asian elephant, came to Rome in 1514 with the Portuguese ambassador Tristan de Cunha, and quickly became the Pope's favorite animal. So we could offer Hano to the Pope. We gain 35 papal influence, some relations, lose 25 dip, 75 ducats. Or we keep him in our glorious nation, we gain 10 prestige and lose 10 papal influence. Well, the main benefit from this would be papal influence, and even relation with the papal state would be in order to gain more papal influence, but papal influence doesn't do anything right now, so we'll just take the prestige. None of this stuff is back in here. The only country with a cardinal is Two Sicilies. There's apparently also a crusade going against Shirvan. Who are they even fighting? Oh, they're fighting Genoa? Oh, they're in a war against the Ottomans. They're in a war with the Ottomans. I don't know why they were signaled out for crusade. Alright, can these guys go explore? Send them to the Indian Ocean coast. I assume it's this area. Send them there, because coast sounds more promising to discover provinces up here than, I assume, ocean, which is this area, all over here, which would take a really long time to do. Probably just send another expedition to the Indian Sea. Sent one expedition, I grabbed this province. So I might grab these one of those three provinces over here. Hopefully I can grab province up here. They can protect trade. They're gonna explore. Those ships are gonna repair. Let's see what else. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do... Oh yeah, I can do pretty much all of the noble supports, so... I want to get this one with the burgers. From Commercial Law 8 to Free Commerce 9, because that would give a little bit of commerce production, base consultation, and then... less commerce income. Maybe I won't do that. I don't know, but let's see. Most of the noble privileges I've gotten rid of. These two I'm probably not going to touch. They just reduce noble... They reduce mana cost for noble dues and noble levies. Pretty sure they also add state corruption, so maybe sometime in the future. There's this one that gives me back a diplomat, but it costs 0.5 dip rep, 10% improve relations, 0.25 base hierarchy. It does reduce corruption by 0.1. This one gives 20% autonomy from noble power, some base hierarchy, and negative 15% bureaucrats needed per 1,000 rural population. Those are gone, and these ones reduce the amount of income they get. This one from peasantry dues. This one is from revenue from the game industry, and this one is revenue from the forestry. I think actually what I'll do is I'll get rid of this one. So this would reduce their dues that they get from the peasants. It would increase welfare by 2, reduce noble gravity, reduce their income. That would give a little bit more money to the peasants. Because I can't currently do this one, because this requires 30 bureaucratic influence. And the metropolitans are in charge of the country now, because I want that trade influence while I have all those missions. So I want to stack all of that money while I can. That is only 35 noble loyalty. So I'll do that. I'll go ahead and overlook tenant abuse. Disown an unpopular relative. Then I can grant special commissions to loyalists if I remember. I say that a lot, and I just never remember before piecing out countries. Alright, I will send this expedition to Indian Ocean. But if there is an uncolonized province over here next to the Maldives, or if I just grab the Maldives themselves. Oh shit. These ships almost destroyed. Alright, I think 3 of these ships are just gonna get destroyed. I have naval materials, so that is not why they're getting destroyed. They have a ton of coast over here, so they really shouldn't be getting destroyed. Should also repair if they're next to coast. There's definitely something funky going on with that. If there's one of the vessels long. That was 2 vessels long. I'm gonna go ahead and do a census right now. Because it's been a little bit of time. I believe since the last one. Alright, we have 9 million tenants, changing by 60,000 per year. Inward movement 15,000, outward movement 14,000. We have 446,000 nomads. 2,000 nomads are growing by about 2,000. We have 864,000 fighting age men, and from the tenants, 83,000 from the nomads. Close to 700,000 residents. Natural change of about 500. There's 5,500 people moving into these cities. 124,000 nobles, growing by about 500. Burgers still dying. There's 0.053 inward movement of burgers, so that makes up for the loss. 26,000 of them, 52,000 clergy. Wealth. It's like the tenants are making more money than they're spending. Same with the nomads. Residents as well. Everybody's making more money than they're spending. The tenants' comfort still sub 1, luxury 0.42. Their knowledge is good. But their comfort's still not really where I want it to be. Comfort being fuel and consumer goods. I'll check how we're doing on those. Food. Actually, that gap closed. 2361 produced, 2474 demand, so some more irrigation, some more conquering of good food-producing provinces, and that will be surplus soon. Salt, almost 500, demand 300, that's doing pretty good. We own a lot of coastal provinces. Fiber has a little bit of a deficit. Fuel, a tiny little bit of a deficit, 7. So, in order to get the tenants and everybody's comfort up more, I'm going to try to boost that up even more. Raw materials, 342 out of 287, so that's good. Exotic goods, we produce almost 30 exotic goods. We demand 69. That's alright. Consumer goods, 122 out of 146. Demanded. Still a little bit of a deficit there. Military is getting a little bit of a deficit. Naval, more than 2 times surplus. Industrial goods, that is a huge deficit right there. Then luxury is 37, 27 demanded. Knowledge still has a little bit of deficit as well. Go ahead and do some academic investment. Those are the main cities. Oh yeah, and then I'll do academic investment in the capitals. As well do some investment up here. I neglect that province. Then I'll just go ahead and do industrial investment as well. To all of these cities. I'll just do 10 ducats investment in all of those coastal cities in continental Portugal. Alright, so there's still some deficits, but food's closing, so that's good. Oh yeah, and our ship's destroyed, so we can't propagate religion in that province. I want to grab the next diptech to unlock the next group of expeditions. Still want to send one over here, so I'll probably do that next after the Indian Ocean one. You guys just ran. Took this fort. This fort blocks me from coming this way, so these guys just ran this way. We have province. Yep, it's one of these. Okay. Well, I have those ships exploring, so I'll see if there's even an uncolonized province over here, or what mill tech the Maldives are at. I think I'll try to send one to Malay. Or Malay, as some people would probably say. Probably the correct pronunciation. Where are those ships anyway? It's not where I thought they would explore. Oh, they're exploring this coast. I think that would be like the coast of Arabia, but I guess that makes sense. Alright, let's send an expedition to... This is not divided up by subcontinents. Philippines, Cuba, Hispaniola, Indonesia, Southeast Asia, Malacca. So it's either Malacca, Southeast Asia, or Indonesia. Or the Philippines was unlocked, but that's obviously over here. Assume Southeast Asia is this area. And Indonesia is this area. So I will send them to, well, Malacca is probably down here. Well, so yeah, Indonesia. And since there's uncolonized provinces there, I should get an expedition, assuming the 80% hits. Actually, don't really want to even fight these guys. Just, I'll take that province. The problem is this province doesn't have anything actually with it. There's no natural location. Maybe I won't even take that province. Afro-Caribbean population. The earlier times of the colonization of the Caribbeans, so like right now, and the import of African slaves, escapees have gone to the highlands of the islands and joined with refugee indigenous tribes. Maroon communities are now emerging and threatening the stability of our colonies. I feel like it's way too early for that to happen. This province right here is really annoying, and they don't get stuck by... These forts don't actually block any of their movement. They're just gonna run when I try to come over here. Alright, I will force march. Alright, that's why they were running. They were right to run. We'll call that guy back. Want to give me both of these provinces. Coalition might form. That's 25 aggressive expansion. They are Hindu. But, I mean, I'd rather just take a province like... this one? 41. It's 13 more development, but... it's 44,000 residents versus none. If I can get them to release Golconda. Well, it's so far off. I could get their peace value up. 100 of that is from the man's exceeding war score. It's Golconda 2, 4, 6, 7. They would own these 7 provinces. I could use them potentially as an ally. This province is a Golcondan core, so they might get mad at me for owning that. And I'll probably keep that province for now, since that's my only province over here. Just have them release Golconda. Because I need nations over here to not be completely mad at me, so... I can trade with Bijapur over here, Golconda over here. I'm allied with them, really shouldn't get any aggressive expansion. Hopefully they don't mind that I own this province. Hopefully me releasing them is more... Them being released offsets me holding that. It's gonna take a little bit though. These guys want to peace out? No, because it is a Holy War CB. That nation is this nation over here, which I've actually never seen. The nation of Oak. Osh. Actually pretty weak for how much territory it has. It only has 12,000 troops. Looks like I have some colonies done over here. This one and this one were completed. Send one there and one here. That's 206,000 peasants in that province and 272,000 peasants in this province. And this one actually has gold too. Gold and coal. And this one has coal. So yeah, these are pretty good provinces. Doesn't show any kind of size, but... This province has coal, so that'll help with fuel. This province has ivory. That province has ivory. Alright, so I will open up the coal industry in this province. That's not, it's infrastructure. Open coal there. Might be opened, actually. Yep, it's already opened. Okay. Yeah, they should both be opened already, so... How many people are left here? I imagine a lot of people migrated out while the colony was being built. 169,000 peasants. I imagine there's a lot of labor. 27 labor difference. Province has 1,239 size farmlands, 2,139 size forestries, 525 size mines. That's a giant mine. Giant fields, giant forest. And, okay, 90 ducats from industrial. That's gonna disappear. Wait, let's see this province. So this province has 297 mines, 810 farmland, 772 forests. So this one has sea salt and ivory, so it's not going to be all 300 size ivory, unfortunately. How many people live here? 102,000, so that'll be a good labor difference, 15. I'll do 50 ducats here. Did that really weird. I have no idea how much money I just put in these provinces. Don't know why I did it like that. I started with this province. I was gonna put all the money in this province, and then I forgot that I could put money in at both provinces, and then I started doing that, and it just totally messed me up. All right, I'll stop investing there, and then whatever that is, that's good. And then that'll be fuel from this province, exotics from this province, and then gold and coal from there, once those are done. This province has just sea salt, so this province is pretty worthless with their 21,000 people on it. Send these ships back up here, they'll probably get destroyed again, apparently. Alright, we have a province. Oh, I thought this was my province. I don't know why I thought a red province was ours. As in Malacca, does that count as... Oh. Okay. No, yeah, that's a totally different... Yeah, that's Malacca expeditions. Okay. I admit I didn't actually... I thought this was, Malay. That makes sense. Malay, Malacca. I don't know everything. Alright, I'm gonna probably end this part, continue this war until I can get them to release Golconda, send an expedition over here. This province hopefully has spices. Does this province have spices? I'll check if this province has spices. Some of these provinces don't have spices down here. Most of these provinces do have spices. Is that Flanders right there? Is this a colonized province? I don't think so, it's too small. Okay, this province has 61 size farmland, so even if it has spices, it's pretty worthless spices. It does have spices, alright. Pretty worthless spices unless I build irrigation ring 5,000. I'm gonna say, but that does get me in range to get the Spice Islands, but it does not. Gets me in range to colonize a province next to the Spice Island. Oh, I can actually, these are the Spice Islands, so I can actually conquer these guys. Provinces actually aren't that great, though. This one's okay, 114 size spices. This one is 72. I'm gonna recall that. Colonist over there, I'll send him somewhere over here. Probably right here. I believe that is, yeah, I would be able to get claims on these provinces. Alright, well, I'm going to end this part here and pick up the next part, so thank you for watching. Goodbye.